Yo.
Yo, what's good? This is NBS Central, man. The NBS Show, man. Episode 136. Make sure you go subscribe to the channel. But with that being said, we weren't here last week, but we back, man. And tonight, we got this is not a special guest, by the way. This is the newest member of NBS Central. I wanted to introduce him, man. The homie Bumpy Bars, man. What's going on, man?
Hey, appreciate you, Keo, man. I appreciate the warm welcome to the team. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate, the hard work I see you putting in, the content you put on your channel, man. I'm just happy to be a part of it. You know what I'm saying? And do my best to help it grow. You know what I mean?
Definitely, man. Welcome to the team, man. And for the viewers out there, man, this is a different type of viewership when it comes to the MBS show. Tell them a little bit about yourself, the people that don't know.
Uh, Bumpy Bars, man. My name is Bumpy Bars, BumpyBarz. That's on all social media platforms. I do a little bit of everything, man. I try not to limit myself right now. I'm talking battle rap on my YouTube channel. I drop music. I also battle. I do short films, roles. Now I'm talking sports. My guy Keo here at NBS. You know what I mean? So it's a little bit of everything. Right now, you can follow me on all channels, Bumpy Bars, you know what I'm saying, and check me out, and you can see all the content I drop. I mainly talk a lot of battle rap, hip-hop, you know what I mean, and plan on expanding, talking other subjects. But right now, man, we just working, doing everything we can.
Now, I know you do your thing when it comes to battle rap, but this is sports. This is the only show on the MBS network where we talk nothing but sports. That's what MBS stands for. So, this is how we started. This is the flagship show, and let's get it popping, man.
Let's get it, baby.
First off, man, as we know, the NBA playoffs started, man, and it was huge. And obviously a lot has happened in the playoffs, but our first topic tonight, man, the Denver Nuggets are down 2-0 in the series against the Golden State Warriors. Should we be worried right now if you're the Nuggets?
You should be very worried if you are the Nuggets. I believe you should be like on the edge of worried and dang near panic mode if I was the Nuggets at this point. The way Golden State is playing, man, is kind of lights out. I kind of got them as one of my favorites right now. So I don't think a team that's playing that well and gelling, you should be giving them a 2-0 chance right now as early as it is, because I just feel like Golden State has a bigger mission and a higher purpose, and they're fully healthy right now, which is the first thing that haven't happened to them in a long time. So I think right now, personally, to answer your question, Denver should be very worried because it's going to be hard to beat that Golden State team 4 times, let alone 2 times in a row. So to answer your question, yes, they should be very worried at this moment.
Yeah, man. If I'm the Nuggets, I would be worried too because Steph Curry, he's back. The dude's back. Steph Curry
Facts.
hasn't, and this hasn't been the best Steph Curry in these 2 games, man. Just wait and gets until he gets into that playoff mode, until he gets into rhythm, man. And I would be worried if the Nuggets, because I think it does go back to Golden State if I'm correct.
Yeah.
So with it going back to Golden State, down 2-0. When it comes to the playoffs, man, even though I am a Warriors fan, I'm not trying to be biased. Um, Golden State has one of the passionate fans out there, and it's a huge advantage, man. It's like you got a 6-man on the court when they're playing, um, and then you with Clay back, Steph back, you got Jordan Poole stepping up, man. I would definitely be worried if I am the Denver Nuggets, man.
Yeah. And they got Wiggins also, man. Like they just got a nice team that's actually well put together. And if once they gel, it's gonna be hard to beat them. It don't matter really who it is in either conference, in my opinion. So I personally think Denver Nuggets will lose this series probably in 5 games, maybe 4.
Wow. Okay. All right. Yeah, man. I could see it as a sweep also, man. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I could see this as a clear sweep with this series, man. I just don't think the Nuggets have enough, man. With Michael Carter Williams, he was the guy that was holding the fort down last year. Um um Even though without Jamal Murray, and this is not the same Nuggets team, and I just think they're gonna need a lot of help. And Jokic can't do everything because Golden State, man, when they get them threes popping, man, it's a different vibe, man. It's a different feeling, and you can't stop them when they get that going. So,
And even I think if Denver was healthy and on 10 with this team right now, I still don't think they would have that big of a shot against this Golden State team. I just don't think this is the same Denver team from 2 years ago. You know what I mean? So I don't think they, regardless if they were healthy with this team or team they got right now, regardless what they have at this moment, I don't think it was enough for this Golden State team, especially the way they're playing.
hold on, we got another panel member on the show. Let me bring him on right now. I got the from Proper Context Media, a good friend of the show, the homie Musa. Musa, Bumpy Bars, Bumpy
Shout out to
Bars.
Musa, man. Shout out to Musa, man.
Yeah. I know Bumpy. He probably don't know me. I know him though.
I heard your name. I know enough. You know what I'm saying?
Yo, shout out. What's going on? How y'all doing?
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
yeah.
good, man. Happy to be a part of the team, man. Shout out to y'all, NBS, man. Let's get it.
Yeah, man. Make sure you go check out Proper Context Media. Also, they breaking down the Kings versus Queens card right now. But this is not battle rap. But really quick, we just cruised by the first topic, Musa. So the first topic is the Warriors are up 2-0 in the series right now. If you're the Denver Nuggets, should you be worried?
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. What do you mean should you be worried? You're down 2-0. You're down 2-0, and then the first game Steph Curry had to do his first game back. He didn't even play well, and they still beat you. Like Steph Curry didn't play well. I mean, and statistically, Klay Thompson didn't play well either, and they still walked in there and beat you. Then you just lose by 20 the next. You should be very concerned. You should be very concerned.
I think it's over. I think it's over already.
I think so too. Look, you know what? I ain't want to say that. I was trying to be optimistic a little bit, but yeah, I feel like it's over.
I'm not optimistic never for a Denver Nugget. Regardless, they're gonna lose. I guarantee you, because they're not him. They're not Himothy. Like Easy to Block Chapter said. They not Himothy right now. You know what I'm saying? They're just not him.
Right.
Okay, all right. Since I guess we all agreed that the series most likely might be ending soon. All right, let's move on over to our very next topic, and we are gonna stick with the NBA right now, and the next topic is gonna be from what we've seen in the playoffs right now. Is there any series that you see that can go 7 games?
And he said the whole NBA in the playoffs?
Yeah, in the playoffs in the first round right now. Any series.
Okay.
But go ahead, Musa. I'll let you go first.
Man. I don't know. Let Bumpy go first. Let me think about that. But you gotta remember, y'all. This is last minute for me. Y'all know. Let me think. Let me give me a second.
It's only 2 series. I feel like maybe can go 7 games.
Boston and Brooklyn.
Boston and Brooklyn was one of them, And I think that Minnesota series maybe got a chance at that, maybe.
I feel like Boston and Brooklyn, after that, listen, I feel like that's almost a guaranteed 7.
You know what? You know why I don't feel like it's guaranteed? You know why I don't? Because I feel like you beat KD and Irving the first game in the playoffs. When KD loses the first game in the playoffs, he usually go off about 2-3 games straight. That's what KD does. I feel like KD might go on a 2-3 game winning streak right now just because he lost that game and was embarrassed, and he was the main topic of why they lost because he wasn't KD that day. So I think Boston might be in a little bit of trouble as far as KD, but if JT can, hold it down like he did defensively, they maybe could do it again. But me personally, I think if Kevin Durant wins the next 2, it's definitely not going 7.
I agree. But I feel like if it's any series that can go 7, it's definitely the Nets and the Celtics. Like, for sure. Like, they've been like you knew this. We knew this in the beginning. As soon as you heard the Nets and the Celtics, you knew this was going to be a dogfight. You knew you was like, buckle up, tie your shoes up, buckle your seatbelt. We know this is going to be a crazy ride. We know it wasn't going to be no sweep. There's too many superstars involved for each side for y'all to get swept. Like, if Brooklyn gets swept, it's going to be like, hey, man, like, what the fuck? Y'all got KD, Kyrie? Like, what are y'all doing over here?
Correct.
You know what I mean? Now the net, the Celtics already won game 1, but you see what happened with game 1. It came all the way down to that crazy shot.
And it's about if they can do that again and again, because KD's not going to play like that next game.
He ain't going to have a
Kyrie
bad game every game.
Kyrie was good. Kyrie was on fire, but KD wasn't. You know what I'm saying? So it's about, you got to think logically. Is KD going to put up 23 again in a bad game like that, have 6 turnovers in the first quarter? I mean, in the one game? I don't think so. 3 in the first quarter? I don't think KD will do that again. So I think it gets tougher for Boston now.
But Luka not coming back.
The person that's calling is one of the founder of NBS. Shout out to the homie True X, a sports junkie in the comment section.
But listen, and I agree with that. I agree with that comment. If Luka comes back, but from what I understand, Luka's not coming back for the first round. They're not gonna risk him for the first. Not gonna risk it.
But he does agree with you guys. He did say the Nets and Celtics. But hey, guess what? I don't agree with him. I'm going. I just think this series is gonna go exactly the way it did last year. With the Celtics and Nets. I think a lot of people are being the prisoner of the moment right now when it comes to what the Celtics did against the Nets in the first game. It's game 1. Like, I mean, KD went 9 for 24 from the field. We ain't gonna see that again.
That's my main thing. KD didn't have a good game. I don't think they can. I don't think it's gonna go that way next. You know what I mean?
But a series that I do think that will go 7 game is Minnesota versus Memphis. I think that series will go 7 games.
That was my other game. I said.
I mean, all the people that was jumping on the John Morant bandwagon, and I'll get to them later in the show.
Bandwagon? No, that bandwagon is warranted. Calm down.
That's a fact. Yeah.
I'll address that later in the show, like I said.
Yeah.
but no, I'm not, like I said, I'm not high on this team. I like what they got in Minnesota with Cat, Anthony Edwards. He's been showing out. Yeah, he was balling, man. And I like the squad that they got over there in Minnesota. And I think this will be one of the most exciting series. And I think it can go 7 games.
Yeah, I think Minnesota win that series. I want Minnesota to win. Hey, look, the Lakers not in it. I want Minnesota to take it all.
I don't think Minnesota's gonna win that series.
I know that, but I want if they
I
the Lakers in the playoffs. I go for Minnesota for all them dudes.
Okay. So there you have it, man. Let's move on over to our very next topic, man. And this will be the last topic for in the NBA. NBA playoffs, man. Which player has the most to prove in the first round of the playoffs right now? If you had to pick one player.
Right now, one player. I'm gonna let Musa go first. I'm over here. I'm Woo-sign while Musa talk. I'm a Woo-sign.
I mean, if you think of when you think of who has the most pressure, then you have to think of what dictates that pressure. What dictates that pressure in the playoffs is if you're a superstar or if you have a great team. Then you have tremendous pressure because if you're not supposed to win, then that pressure ain't there. Like you have Kevin Durant probably has the most pressure. You know what I mean? Them being a superstar, him being in Brooklyn. You know, Kyrie just came back. Now, if they get Ben Simmons back for the series, which they're saying they might, the pressure is going to be on KD to get them Brooklyn Nets out of that Celtics series. Y'all already came in as a low seed, like you know what I mean. Y'all was, and then at the beginning of the year, y'all were already projected to be number 1 in the East, 1-2 in the East. So it's either going to be Kevin Durant or Giannis. Because he's got that, you know what I mean, that pressure to get back to the championship after you win one.
I like that. It's pretty hard one to put. I like the way you broke it down because KD does have a lot of pressure, especially with that Brooklyn move and everything going down. But I think Joel Embiid got a little bit of pressure on him too over there in Philly, man.
About him. That's a good one.
I think Joel Embiid got a little bit of pressure. I think because he ain't really showed up like he's supposed to anyway, like they want him to. And right now it's like, dog, they already done traded your team members and all that. Now you got James. It's like if you can't work with him and do something, what they gonna do with you? They might have to get him up out of. They might want to move him out of Philly if he ain't doing too much well with all these players they're pairing with him. You know what I mean? Like I think Joel Embiid got a lot of pressure in Philly because like they were a favorite. They were like a top favorite with Brooklyn to go and try to get a championship. And now it's like we ain't even looking at them to win it. We just seeing what they gonna do. So I'm gonna lean with Joel Embiid. I thought about Chris Paul, but I'm gonna leave with Joel Embiid.
Man, this one's easy for me, man. The player in the first round that got the most to prove is John Morant, man. I'm sorry, man. I don't care
To
what
prove?
you think. Yeah,
I
in the
thought it
first.
was the most pressure.
You said pressure.
I mean, okay, pressure. I think he has.
John
the
Morant ain't
most
got no
pressure.
pressure. He not expected to win the championship. He got to go in there and just ball.
Hold on.
He's got to go in there and ball.
Hold on. You had your turn. It's my turn now. Let me talk.
I'm listening, but we already blasphemous. Let's go.
First of all, he has the pressure because people like you has hyped up John Morant. First of all, we hyped this team up, not me, to be a contender in the Western Conference. We hyped this. We
false.
hyped. We hyped this guy up to possibly win MVP. He wasn't even a candidate to win MVP. I think he has the most pressure on him because he's obviously the star of that team. People expect him to go to that next level. We don't care what you did in the regular season. It's all about what you do in the playoffs. In the playoffs, that what signifies and defines.
He don't got a
as
playoff type
player.
team to win it though. So how you gonna put pressure on him? He don't even got that type of built team to go against the top. He's not expected to beat no contenders. How he got pressure? He's like the Cinderella.
People advertise this team as a Western Conference contender.
He has no pressure because he's not supposed to be there. He's not supposed to be in the championship.
Who is advertising him as a contender? I haven't seen that nowhere.
Please, man, stop it.
You see
the headlines. There have been headlines on ESPN, on Undisputed of the Grizzlies possibly being a contender just based off what this team has done, especially with the player John Morant. And the record that they had, I think they only had 2 losses through 24 games without John Morant. They were talking about, hey, can this team get this far without John Morant?
Most of the expectations win the series.
He has. I think he has the most pressure on him, man. People are setting high expectations for this guy when there shouldn't be no expectations set for him in the beginning, man. And I just think there's a lot of pressure on him, and I wouldn't be surprised if they get knocked out in the first round. and
You're not supposed to be surprised.
no,
You're not supposed to be surprised because that's supposed to happen with that kind of team.
but not when you set those expectations for that team.
It's
though,
not
man.
for the team. It's for Ja Morant.
But
As a player,
you're
he's
not just
balling.
but you're not just setting expectations for that team. You're setting expectation for him too, because we're talking throughout this year. We're talking about how great Ja Morant is. Ja Morant's the next guy. Ja Morant is that dude.
But we never said they were contending for a championship, though. We said Ja Morant is the next. We never said his team is the contending for it. We never said that at all.
No. There has people that said that. Don't.
You're picking and choosing because nobody really said
it's not.
Who said they're gonna win a ring?
There has. I've never said they're gonna win a ring. I said they're contenders, man. They're contenders for the Western Conference.
For a ring?
I never said a ring. I said for the Western Conference, to get far in the Western Conference.
A contender to get far? Is that even a thing?
A contender in the West. That's what I'm saying.
So a contender means they can win the West.
Yeah, exactly.
That means they're going to get a championship.
I never said they're going to win a championship.
I'm out of here. I'm lost.
But don't act. This whole season has been about Ja Morant, man, and the Memphis Grizzlies. Don't act like it hasn't been about Ja Morant.
Not the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it has, man. Don't sugarcoat it with me right now.
Minnesota was picked to win the series by most experts, so it can't be about the Grizzlies. I sit here and let y'all talk. I wasn't gonna say nothing. Listen, most experts picked Timberwolves to win the series. It was never about the Grizzlies.
Yeah, it was about the Grizzlies.
It was always about Morant.
The way the Grizzlies played, people elevated this team as a contender, man. We had topics about this team being a contender throughout the past month.
If I was here, y'all would have stopped that topic.
Yo, nobody thinks that Desmond Bane, Jared Jackson Jr., nobody thinks that they are a complete enough team to go on a run in the West against Phoenix and them boys over. Come on, man. We are not about to play this game.
I never said they're gonna go far. I'm against that. That's what I'm speaking on. You make it seem like I'm defending the Memphis Grizzlies. I'm not defending the Memphis
but
Grizzlies.
You said it was about them. We're telling you it was never about them. It was only about Ja Morant.
No, I
don't even know nobody else on the team.
Desmond Bane having a good. They got some good players.
I know they do, but I'm saying that's not who they've been talking about.
They're gonna be really. I mean, they can get rolling. Let's not play like they can't get rolling. No, Jared Jackson Jr. come back. You know, he's injured. He's supposed to be back.
All I know is they've been in the headlines throughout the season talking about they are contenders.
Ja Morant been in the headlines.
Yeah, he has been in the headlines.
It's not the Grizzlies. They not been in the
when Ja Morant's in the headline, your team is in the headlines.
But not for contenders. They highlighting him. Just because
a player's in the headlines, you make it seem like your team is not going to be in the headlines. If LeBron is in the headlines, the Lakers are in the headlines. If Dak Prescott is in the headlines, the Dallas Cowboys are in the headlines.
It has a headline. What's the headline say though? The headline will say Cowboys or to say
the headline says the headline says are the Grizzlies a contender in the Western Conference? That's what that damn headline is.
That's the question, and the answer is no.
The headline is
say superstar. They got a superstar, but they don't have enough to go on a run in the West.
Here's another headline. Here's another headline. Does Ja Morant have a chance to win MVP? That's in the headlines. So don't act like
different.
But
MVP is not a team award.
And that's why I said Ja Morant has the most pressure, man. So I don't know why you keep fighting me about this.
Because he ain't got no pressure.
He does have pressure, man. When you set expectations for a certain player, the other day you just talked about how great this guy is.
He is great.
I said he's becoming a great. I said.
Oh, so he's a
But he
good
has
rec-
no
so
expectations.
so
He's going
he's
to
a
run in the
regular
West
season
right
type of
now in his
player.
career.
Okay, I see where your criteria
He's a
is.
grow. He's one of the fastest growing up and coming talents that's in the NBA right now. He's a growing talent. He's fire right now, but he's not great. You know what I'm saying? When he ain't made it too great yet. You know what I'm saying? Like that comes with, with the timing and stuff. But right now,
is he a
he's
top
one
3
of them
point?
ones. He's one of them ones right now.
Is he a top 3-point guard in the NBA right now?
Top 3? No.
No, okay, who's your top 3?
Wait, because Steph and Chris Paul
and Kyrie, like you
and
can
Kyrie
right
are there, right?
Stop right there.
So you can't put him top. I mean, I said up and coming.
Well, that's not a fair assessment because Kyrie and Chris Paul hasn't played a full season. So
But
you're
you
just
can't.
You're
so basically right now you're going based off of the body of work of what they've done throughout their career.
You didn't say that. You said top 3 point guards.
I said right now. I said right now. I didn't.
And I gave you the top 3 point guards right now.
Steph Curry.
No, I'm talking about. No, I'm talking about right now. I'm not talking about all
Dame
time.
Lillard. Well, I mean, there's a lot of point guards before him.
But those guards that you named, they didn't play this season though. Like you talking about Damian Lillard, they didn't play a full season as much as John Morant did.
You asking me? Are you telling me that because of this season that you gonna say that John Morant is better than Steph Curry?
No.
You're talking about generally.
I'm asking you based. I'm asking. But that's how we view these players and what they've done for us lately throughout the season. I don't care about what they done last year.
John Morant and Steph Curry meet up in the playoffs. You're not going with John Morant.
No, I'm asking you who's the top 3 point guards in the NBA. I'm not defending.
I said Steph Curry.
Okay.
Whether he played a 1 game or all 82, it ain't no way I'm putting John Morant over Steph Curry. If he played 1 game.
Number 1.
Okay, you don't need to explain it to me. I'm just asking your top 3. You don't need to give me a
Chris
soliloquy
Paul,
about
Steph Curry, Kyrie Irving.
Okay, see, you still didn't answer my question.
You tell me to my top 3 point guards
right now.
Right now.
My top
based off of what you've seen. I'm talking about based off what you've seen this season.
You seen Chris Paul last game? You see what he did?
No, I'm not talking about the last game.
Kyrie last game?
No, I'm not talking about the last game. I'm talking about what you've done for me throughout this season. That's what I'm talking about. I'm not talking about
we're in the playoffs right now. Season don't count.
But I'm asking a question though. I'm not talking about what happened in the playoffs
right
now. Now you're dodging the question right now. I'm asking.
They're still going to be my top 3. You just keep asking the question a different way, and I still give you my same answer.
No. I'm asking the same question. Is what?
I'll give you the same answer
right now?
Still going to be the same answer.
Okay, all right. I'm going to the next topic. Because we're not getting anywhere with this topic right now. Okay.
I gave you my top 3, but I look.
No, like I said, I'm going to the next topic. Personally,
I'm taking.
I'm going to the next topic.
My top 3.
All right, the next topic is in boxing, man. Earl Spence wins in the TKO, man. Stopped in the 10th round against Yordenis Ugas. And with that being said, man, a lot of people want to see Terrence Crawford versus Earl Spence this year, man. So Earl Spence, Terrence Crawford, man, when you look at boxing, man, is this the fight of the year when it comes to Earl Spence and Terrence Crawford?
For me, I mean, of this year, definitely, is probably the fight of the last couple of years to me personally, because like if they don't let this match happen, man, boxing is like falling off period anyway. Like they need to make certain matches that we want to see happen in boxing, because a lot of boxing matches that we be wanting to see happen when it's supposed to don't happen. And that's the thing with boxing right now. Boxing is falling off because they're not letting certain matches go down because of all these politics behind the scenes. So this match is bigger than, just this year. It's really the last couple years for me personally. But yeah, to me, this year right now, Wilder fight was cool, but I think that fight right there is bigger than Wilder versus Fury this year, me personally, in my opinion, if they can get it done right now because of the hype and everything that's around it.
Man, let's be for real. We've been waiting on this fight for 2 years now. Like, they've been talking back and forth. Everybody been going back and forth about who's the best. Earl Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford. Like, come on. All of us been debating it. Everybody been debating it. I've been out on the streets debating who's better. Finally, we get to see which one of these brothers is better because all of us been talking about this fight for about 2 years now. This gonna be the fight of not just this year. This gonna be listen. If it work out how it's supposed to work out, it might be the fight of the decade. Like, let's just come on now. Errol Spence Jr., Terrence Crawford
supposed to be
for a long time. The hype has been there. Like the hype has been there. Now the hype is surrounding more because of what Errol Spence Jr. did to Ugas. Now we okay. Now we really want to see this fight. Terrence Crawford talking. Both of them talking. They've been talking. Now, come on, man. Let's be for real. It's been the fight of the year. It's been the fight of the year before it even happened.
Yeah, that's the fight I've been looking for since last year, and this will be the best fight in my opinion that's we're gonna have this year if it does happen. I know Spence been calling him out. I know Crawford wants it. Because Spence holds 3 of that belts in that weight class. Crawford got stutter one, so we could unify that weight class, man. So so there's a lot on the line, and I think these are the 2 best fighters in that class, man. So I definitely want to see that fight, and I hope we get it, man, between Terrence Crawford and Earl Spence Jr. Okay, with that being said, man, we're going to our very last topic of the night, man. The NFL draft is around the corner. At the end of the month, we normally do this every year. When it comes to the NFL draft, we'll be live the entire 3 days on here, so anybody could pull up. We'll be advertising in a little bit for next week's. But with that being said, man, NFL draft stock right now, man. What draft stock right now of an NFL prospect is high right now? Whose draft stock is going up right now?
And it's hard to say because right now the wide receiver, each and every day, this wide receiver market is going, it's just out of control. So the wide receivers in this draft, this was crazy, is that the wide receivers in this draft, this draft is so wide receiver heavy, is actually affecting the free agency in the NFL. You know what I mean? So it's like all of these receivers are coming out like this draft, these wide receivers coming out is affecting the free agency in the NFL. So it's hard to say, but with it being a wide receiver heavy draft, I don't want to go wide receiver. I want to say the person whose stock remains the heaviest is still going to be Aiden Hutchinson, defensive end out of Michigan. I mean,
okay.
he's been projected to be the number 1 pick, and I don't see him losing his stock.
I like that. You want me to go, Keo?
Yeah, go ahead.
You said whose stock is rising right now?
Yeah.
QB wise, I like Desmond Ridder out of Cincinnati. His stock has been going up since
he had a good pro day too.
Like I think since just ever since the season ended and throughout the season, like I think he's been doing a great job. And also I like Sauce Gardner from Cincinnati, the cornerback. Sauce Gardner. He already jumped in the stock. It looked like he was at 9, but they're looking at him around like number 6 right now. So I think that helps out. And I like his style. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like whoever picks up Sauce Gardner, I feel like once he learns NFL and gets used to it, they got a great cornerback. You know what I'm saying? Another stock that went up was Jameson Williams. He went from 24 to like 17. You know what I'm saying? That's the quarterback for Alabama. So it's a couple of them jumping in the draft. You know what I'm saying? Like wide receiver Christian Watson, his stock going up. You know what I'm saying? So it's a couple people jumping, but I think it's like kind of mixed up right now. Like I think it's a few different, positions that's moving around as far as this draft goes at the moment. But right now, I think Jameson Williams has one of the biggest jumps in there, and also Sauce Gardner. They both went up 3 to 4 spots or more.
I got I got Chris Olave. I think his stock's going up. I think he's one of the best route runners out there. He's I think he's one of the most consistent receivers when you talk about downfield, man. I think he could get the job done. Um, 13 touchdowns in the season. I would take. I actually right now I would take him over Jamison Williams because Jamison Williams tore his ACL in the national title game. So I don't know if I'm a general manager or an expert or or a head coach. I think it's kind of risky, but then again, you are trying to build for the future. So hopefully, I mean, we could see a Jamison Williams, but if a team that's trying to show out and probably win right now, I would definitely go after somebody like a Chris Olave, man. It just depends. It just depends what you trying to what team it is and what you're trying to do. Like,
Yeah.
If I'm the the Chicago Bears, I'm definitely gonna pick Jamison Williams because I am trying to build, for the
Hey,
future,
why you had to do that?
4-year plan. Um, if I'm the Dallas Cowboys, I would go after.
Hold
Chris
up. Before you speak on the Cowboys, relax. You don't even know us like that, so relax.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying
First-
about the Bears. Like you don't even know.
First of all, I'm a Cowboys fan too.
Like,
So
relax
what are
about
you
the
talking
Bears.
about, man?
Relax about the
Um,
Bears, though. Like,
I mean, at least,
calm down, G.
shout out to the homie True X, the sports junkie. But at least we're not talking about what the New Orleans Saints need for crying out loud.
They need everything. That's what.
Cowboys need Sean Payton.
They need everything.
Hey X, you heard that?
Ah,
When you say everything, they need a quarterback, wide
they
receiver.
need everything. They need an equipment manager, parking lot attendants. They need everything.
Yeah.
So watch your mouth.
Wow.
Hey, we need
Now-
Sean Payton. All right, we need Sean Payton. That's all we need. The Cowboys over here. You know what I'm saying?
Okay.
I'll be happy.
all right.
I'll be happy we get rid of. I'll be happy with Sean Payton. That'll change us right there.
All right, man. So that's some coverage for the NFL draft right now, man. Really quick, man. Before we get out of here, what do you think your teams need in the draft?
My team in the draft, Cowboys, right now in the draft. Yes, I would say we need receivers. Personally, I think we need some fire. I think we need like some more solid receivers and also some cornerbacks. I think our cornerbacks are a little bit flaky and they're off and on, and we need some more consistent, solid cornerbacks that can really lock down a whole side. You know what I mean? I like the one we got. But, you know what I'm saying, he did have some moments where they was getting him. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was they made him look crazy a couple times. You know what I'm saying? But I like him. But I think we need a little bit more cornerbacks back there, man. Or at least a safety or somewhere around in the coverage area that will help our defense. But on offense, we need a receiver for sure.
Man, we need an offensive line in Chicago. Justin Fields running for his life. Listen, get that boy. Get that boy an offensive line, please. Listen, y'all done paid him. Listen, y'all done went out. Y'all done give up all these picks and stuff to go and get this boy. Y'all gonna end up paying him. Like, come on now. He's the only quarterback we've ever had. Like, let's be for real. Our Jim McMahon is our most winningest quarterback or some shit like that. Like, come on, man. Like, get that boy offensive line. Get him some receivers. Fuck y'all, let Allen Robinson. Get him some receivers. Like, come on, man. That's it. Hey. Relax, X. Relax. Relax. We need everything, too. That's a fact. We need everything.
Oh man.
He couldn't wait. He had that joint loaded.
Yeah, man. When it comes to the Cowboys, I think that they could address the wide receiver position, offensive line, um, the secondary also. I think there's a couple options they can go to. With the Bears, I would like to see a wide receiver for the Bears. Because they obviously Allen Robinson's no longer there. He joined the champs, the Rams. So that's something that I could see happening. All right, man. So let's wrap things up, man, and let's go to our shout outs really quick. Let's go to Musa.
Well, proper context media, already know what time it is. Before I get into that, hey, I would rather take Justin Field than Jameis Winston. Proper context media, y'all know what time it is. Subscribe to my channel. Shout out y'all though.
Go ahead, Bumpy.
First of all, I need to shout out NBS. I appreciate y'all welcoming me on, man. This was great, man. I had fun, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to Musa, man. Yeah, this was fire right here, man. You know what I'm saying? I can see this right here going a long ways, man. So appreciate y'all. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to crossyourheart.com. Cross Your Heart is with a K, man. They supply the merch for your boy, you know what I'm saying? Cross Your Heart is with a K. And on Instagram, they Cross Your Heart. And just shout out to you know what I mean? Are you kidding me? You almost forgot.
Okay, yeah, go ahead. You can go to it.
What?
So we do have a segment called "Are You Kidding Me?"
Yes.
And so basically, it's just something. It's kind of like, "Come on, man!" Like what they have in ESPN. So if you have a "Are You Kidding Me?" in sports, let's go for it.
The Lakers talking about sending LeBron back to Cleveland for 3 regular motherfuckers. I mean, excuse my language. Are you kidding me? We wouldn't win nothing if LeBron leave right now. We done. We done. Y'all bet not let LeBron go nowhere. Do something, because we ain't contending for nothing.
They can't do nothing.
Don't be kidding me.
You got the "Are you kidding me?" moment for this week in
I
sports.
didn't even know nothing about this. You just sprung this up. Like, what? You've been on this show all this time. You ain't never said nothing about this.
He told me. He told me.
Crazy. He ain't tell me nothing though.
No, it's something that we brought back. We used to do it, but I wanted to bring it back. So like I said, basically, "Are you kidding me?" For those of you guys that's checks out the show, it's like a ridiculous, stupid, dumb moment that a player or a coach, anybody would, as far as
okay, I got another one. Why did Dallas Mavericks coach play old boy in the last game and now he hurt in the playoffs? Are you kidding me? They didn't need him. What was that coach in Dallas thinking? What was he thinking? That's a "are you kidding me?" Because now he's hurt in the playoffs. Yeah. Great job, coach.
Miami up by 10 on Atlanta.
All right. I guess it's my turn. I'll go to an "Are you kidding me?" moment. And it goes to the Brooklyn Nets, man. Kevin Durant went 9-24. Kyrie was holding it down. You had the lead. All you had to do was just make a couple stops on the defensive end. But guess what? You allow Jason Tatum to have a game-winning shot. No double team, no help at all. Are you kidding me? Brooklyn Nets.
That's a good one.
They
That's
must
a good
be.
one.
All right. I guess it's time to wrap things up, man. And Musa, go ahead and give your shout outs.
Man, please subscribe to Proper Context Media, y'all. Shout out MBS. Shout out Bumpy Bars. Y'all subscribe to everybody's. Subscribe to Bumpy Bars. Subscribe to Proper Context. Subscribe to MBS. That's, you know what I mean. Thank y'all. I like this though. This was fire.
Bumpy, go ahead.
Hey man, crushyourheart.com. Subscribe to Bumpy Bars. That's Bumpy Bars with a Z. All platforms, YouTube. Follow your boy. Tap in. NBS.
Man, shout out to Musa. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Shout out to Bumpy Bars. Make sure you go subscribe to his channel. Shout out to the whole MBS team. Make sure you check out MBS. Let's talk about it tomorrow. We'll be doing a lot of GTX media this week, man. I gotta get off here soon. I got an interview with battle rapper Fate from the West Coast coming up. Make sure you check out tomorrow, man. Clean paper interview dropping also. So, with that being said, man, make sure you go subscribe to the channel and go add all NBS Central on all social media platforms. With that being said, this has been the NBS Show, episode 136, and we'll see you guys next time.